My name is Professor Sonal Gogri. I am from GLS BBA, Faculty of Business Administration, GLS University. In the previous session of services marketing, we talked on service strategic concept and understanding the competitive environment of services. Now let us move ahead with the next topic, that is competitive service strategies. How do business organizations form their business strategies in services? So there are three strategies which have been given by Michael E. Porter. The generic strategies are overall cost leadership, differentiation and focus. And we shall see all these three strategies with the examples in services. So Michael Porter has argued persuasively that there are three generic strategies which includes overall cost leadership, differentiation and focus. To understand in brief that what are these three strategies, let us first understand the overall graph of it. ये strategies को हम दो dimensions में study करते हैं. First dimension is type of competitive advantage being pursued and the second dimension is target market, right? If you look at target market means whom is the company targeting, who is that market, who are the customers which the company is going to target. So selecting the segment and targeting them कि this product is for you only, that segment is called target market. So overall there are two types of target market. One could be a broad cross section of buyers, it's a broad market, mass market, everybody and anybody is a part of market. And the second is a narrow buyer segment or niche market, targeted to a very small group of audience. That small group of audience could have some similar tastes, similarity in terms of lifestyle, behaviors and so on, preferences and so on. The second dimension is type of competitive advantage being pursued. And there are again two types of competitive advantage being pursued. One is lower cost and second is differentiation. Lower cost means we are talking in terms of cost of production. So your business is able to provide goods or services at lower cost than that of your competitors, right? I'm again talking in terms of cost, not in terms of price. Customer may pay the same price for your product or for your competitor's product. But if your cost of production is low, that means you are able to enjoy higher profit margins. So probably you have the best technology, best innovation and design tools, the best research that you are able to produce the same good quality of a product at a lower cost. Okay, so one advantage you have is of low cost. Second advantage you can have is of differentiation. You have uniqueness, you have something different than the competitors. When the organization is pursuing lower cost strategy for a broad market of buyers, then the strategy is called as overall low cost provider strategy. When the same low cost strategy is targeted but to a smaller group of audience, then it is called as focused low cost strategy. Focused is a word used with niche market. Similarly, differentiation for a broad market is called broad differentiation. Differentiation for a niche market is called focused differentiation strategy. And the combination of all these four in center is called best cost provider strategy. So I hope this diagram is clear, the strategies are clear. Low cost strategy, differentiation and focus is understandable. Now let us understand each of these strategies in detail. Starting with the first one, overall low cost leadership strategy. Low cost leadership matlab jiska overall cost of production is low than as compared to competitors. Low cost doesn't mean low quality. I repeat, low cost doesn't mean low quality. Low cost only means that you are able to provide a good quality of product at the lowest price possible. Market में आपसे कम कॉस्ट में और कोई प्रोडक्ट बना ही नहीं सकता इतनी अच्छी क्वालिटी का. That is low cost leadership. So an overall low cost leadership strategy requires efficient scale facilities, tight cost and overhead control and often innovative technology as well. Low cost आप कैसे कर सकते हो? When you have efficient scale facilities, हम वेस्टेज नहीं करेंगे, हम प्रोडक्शन मास प्रोडक्शन में कर रहे हैं, रिसोर्सेज का ठीक से ध्यान रख रहे हैं, tight cost control, tight overhead control, then in those cases only you can achieve low cost. Having a low cost position provides a defense against competition because less efficient competitors will suffer first from competitive pressures. Implementing a low cost strategy usually requires high capital investment in state of art equipment, aggressive pricing, startup losses and building market share. So as you can see, low cost strategy आप कैसे apply कर सकते हो? You need high capital investment, right? You need a state of art equipment, the technology, right? Aggressive pricing, startup losses bear होने का एक you should be able to bear the startup losses and you can build a large market share. Only in those cases you can achieve low cost leadership. A cost leadership strategy sometimes can revolutionize the industry, as illustrated by the example of McDonald's, Walmart and Federal Express. McDonald's, a global brand, right? And the food is available at a very normal or reasonable rates. Of course, not very cheap rate, but reasonable ones, affordable ones. Walmart, or we can say in India, Big Bazaar or D-Mart. Federal Express, these have somewhere, incorporated low cost leadership strategy and are able to provide services at a very lower cost and are able to enjoy the profits at a very high margin. Moreover, service firms have been able to achieve low cost leadership using a variety of approaches. So let's see what are the different approaches. How can organizations achieve low cost? First, if you want to achieve low cost, you need to seek out low cost customers, right? For example, Metro, Reliance, Wholesale Mart, etc. They target customers who are willing to buy in quantity, do without frills and service themselves. तो आपको कैसे कस्टमर चाहिए? वो नहीं कि जो सर्विस डिमांड कर रहे हैं, लग्जरी डिमांड करते हैं, प्रीमियम डिमांड कर रहे हैं. नो, you are looking for customers वो सेल्फ सर्विस मानेंगे. If you look at McDonald's, self service, right? If you look at D-Mart or Big Bazaar, self service. You do not have the capacity to serve each customer in a personalized manner. Only then you can afford low cost leadership strategy, right? Second is standardizing a custom service. You cannot customize for everyone and everything. Customization makes it expensive, makes it premium, makes it luxury. So you need to standardize few services in order to make it low cost. For example, routine tax services or mutual funds investments, right? You have consultants who help you in investment or fixed plan. Hotels ka fixed menu hoga, that these are the items, fixed thali, that is standardizing a custom services, right? A buffet is a standardized services. If you go to a salon and there are packages, it's a standardized services. Third is overall cost leadership, where you reduce the personal touch, a personal element in service delivery, right? Jahan, the more you involve people, the more expensive it is going to be. So ATMs have helped services to reduce certain extent of personal element. The more you make it standardized, the lesser the personal involvement and the personal touch would automatically reduce the cost of that service. For example, bank ATMs, beverages vending machine, as you can see, a Coca-Cola machine, right? This all would help in reducing the overall cost, and so the company can enjoy higher margins, profit margins. Fourth is reducing network cost. Federal Express have a huge network of hub and spoke model. HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited, has created its own hub and spoke network for distribution in rural India, in rural markets, right? So what have they done? They've created an entire hub and spoke model, jahan pe they have different level of stockists involved, different level of agents involved, right? Shakti Ammas involved. So what are you doing here in entire rural strategy? You are reducing lot of other middlemen and creating an entire own distribution network. This helps in reducing overall cost. Fourth is taking service operations offline. Decoupling of services. It helps in increasing significant cost savings because of economies of scale, right? you need to expand the business, और वो expand कब होगा जब हम services को decouple करें, right? For example, here you can see Maruti example where they have decoupled the services. They provide services during the daytime, also during the night time. They drop the car, they pick up the car. So what are you doing? You are involving people and giving the services, right, at doorstep or night service, more number of service centers. You are creating an entire different level of operations. So I hope all these points have been cleared of how organizations can achieve overall low-cost leadership. Few examples which we took today in the session included McDonald's, Walmart, Big Bazaar, FedEx, also Maruti, also Vodafone, also Coca-Cola's ATM machine. Moving ahead with the next strategy, that is differentiation. Differentiation means how your business, your product or services are different from that of competitors. In case of product, the features itself would say loudly that, okay, this product is different, right? How can you differentiate services? The essence of differentiation lies in creating a service that is perceived as being unique. Understand, it is a perception that it is unique. It could be a brand impression also. Coca-Cola brings happiness and thumbs up is like more adventurous or thunder, right? It lies in the minds too. So approaches to differentiation can take many forms. Brand image, for example, golden arcs of McDonald's. दूर से आपको वो M दिखेगा and you can recognize that this is McDonald's का M only, right? Technology, the network, how stronger the network is. Vodafone, Airtel enjoyed the huge network of, and today Jio is able to enjoy a higher level of fiber optics network in India. Different features of services. For example, Amazon provides free delivery, Amazon Prime membership, free music, and so on. Customer service, how personalized services you are giving to the customers, and the dealer network, HUL's hub and spoke model, which we just took. All these things differentiate your company from that of your competitors. Let's see different approaches. A differentiation strategy does not ignore cost, right? But its primary thrust lies in creating customer loyalty. Customer will be loyal to you if you have something unique to offer and they are willing to pay high price. Differentiation encourages loyal customer, right? And so customers would be less price sensitive to a unique experience, unique product or unique service. So as illustrated here, differentiation to enhance the service often is achieved at some cost that the customer is willing to pay. Let's see how the differentiation strategies are done. First, what are organizations doing in services? See, product दिख रहा है, ये white color की pen है, right? So the color, the style, the design, all this will tell that the pen is different and I'm willing to pay higher price for the pen. How in services would you know? Why would people spend more in Taj Hotel and less in some other normal hotels? Why? Because what you can see, the ambience, the physical evidence, the kind of services or the staff well trained, right? Or the, the uniforms, the huge cutleries, the big, balconies, huge corridors and so on, which gives you the essence of luxury, right? So making the intangible things tangible. The Hartford Steam Boiler Inspection and Insurance Company, right, writes insurance, inspection detail and recommendation on industrial power plant to enhance its services. Taj Hotel, complimentary toiletry items, right, in the washrooms. So you can see, this is an example, this is a photo of a room of Taj washrooms. This photo has been taken from their own website itself. And you can see that how they have kept a flower or a satin napkin, right, or a small pouch. All these things are talking about luxury, right? As such, you don't need flower in a washroom or some sort of fragrances, but you are just, with those little elements, you are creating luxury. Similarly, a huge entrance, a huge Jhumar in the hall, all that creates a sense of luxury. Second is customizing the standard product. if you remember, cost leadership में हमने देखा था standardize the product. But differentiation, you need to customize. Every product, every customer gets a unique experience. Providing a customized touch may endear a firm to its customers at very little cost. For example, Subway restaurants, when you go to Subway, you can order, right? You can order, sandwiches as per your taste. You select ingredients for your own self. So what are you doing? You are differentiating. And customers are willing to pay higher price because it is their own taste sandwich, their own preferences. Right? Similarly, Starbucks, which writes the name on the cup itself, is differentiating that this is for you, it's customized. Third is reducing perceived risk. Reducing perceived risk, lack of information about the purchase of a service creates a sense of risk taking for many competitors. So here you need to allow customers कि तुम अगर यहाँ से services लोगे तो it is less risky, you can take it, you need to create that brand image. That requires a lot of marketing effort, lot of communication effort. You need to differentiate from that. For example, mutual funds सही है का जो पूरा campaign है, it tells the customers कि whatever in your mind you might have lot of risks with regards to mutual fund investment. The campaign has tried to reduce the perceived risk. And so mutual funds are different than other investment products like fixed deposits or recurring deposits or so on, traditional investment items. Right? This is an example of Think Volvo, Think Village. Here again, Volvo has created its own volvovillage.com, where regarding any problems with your car, because luxury cars, with regards to the luxury car, the owner can simply visit the website and get all the service expert experience online, right? And it enables a family experience also. So that's where it is different from other automobiles or other cars. Giving attention to personnel training, that is very important. Right? If you go to a luxury places, luxury hotels, luxury resorts, you will always see a staff with a very different level of training, smiling, the way they provide services. Everything is very different. With that experience or with that, for that unique experience, that gives you the mindset of luxury, premiumness, and the customer is willing to pay high. So it is important that one organization, if they want to differentiate itself from others, they give attention to their employees' training. Investment in personnel development and training that results in enhanced service quality is a competitive advantage that is difficult to replicate, right? Helps in standardizing the services also. McDonald's have its own hamburger university in Oak Brook, Illinois, near Chicago. The entire idea of this entire university is that they provide training to their staff, right? So one, they can provide standardized services, and second, they can achieve competitive advantage over their competitors. And last is controlling quality. Delivering a consistent level of service quality at multiple sites with a labor intensive system is a significant challenge, right? Which of course McDonald's, Pizza Hut, they have done this. They have actually controlled the quality of their products at a global level, and therefore today they are enjoying a large market share with huge profits. So I hope all the components of how you can achieve differentiation is clear. First, making the intangible tangible. Second, customizing the standard product. Third, reducing perceived risk. Fourth, giving attention to personnel training. And 5, controlling quality. Few examples that we took for differentiation includes Taj Hotels, Starbucks Coffee, Think Volvo, Think Village, Subway, McDonald's, and Pizza Hut. I hope all these examples are clear and how you can see these organizations have achieved differentiation strategy. If you see McDonald's का example हमने cost leadership में भी लिया था और differentiation में भी लिया. It is somewhere in between. They are taking advantage of both strategies. The third strategy is focus. I hope you remember what is focus. Target market का वो diagram I hope you remember. जहाँ पे the strategy is targeted to a small group of audience. That small group has similar tastes and preferences, right? The focus strategy is built around the idea of servicing a particular target market very well by addressing customers' specific needs. Market segment कोई भी हो सकता है. It could be a small buyer group, a tribal community, military community, right? Only for a specific set of audience. A specific service, right? Could be only for specific patients with a specific problem, right? So that could be your service. You are giving services for a specific kind of audience only. So that would also be a focused strategy. And for example, Amazon Prime has done this 24 hours delivery. Small audience, but who is going to take 24 hours के अंदर किसको delivery चाहिए? They need to pay 1,000 rupees in advance to get that Prime membership. You are automatically limiting your audience. You are differentiating the broad audience with the selected audience, loyal customers. And the third is geographic region, a community college, a neighborhood, a specific area, that this is only for people residing in this area, right? Or only for a particular college going students. Then you are focusing, your target audience is not broad, you are आप अपना audience एकदम small कर रहे हो, focus कर रहे हो on the basis of buyer groups, types of services you provide or geographic region. The focus strategy rests on the premise that a firm can serve its narrow target market more effectively and efficiently than firms trying to serve a broader market. So the idea is very clear that this firm wants to target a small market only and they are not looking for a broad or scalable business. As a result, the firm achieves competitive advantage in its market segment by meeting specific customer needs and or by lowering costs through specialization. Thus, focus strategy is the application of differentiation or overall. दोनों ही है. Differentiation भी कर सकते हो, low cost leadership भी कर सकते हो, कुछ भी strategy करो, but targeted only to a small group of audience. That is focus strategy. Focus strategy is what? It is the application of differentiation or overall low cost leadership to a particular target market rather than entire market. Davido and Uttal argue how important customer selection is to achieving a successful focus strategy. If you see examples related to luxury products, right? For example, a limousine car or a Lamborghini or Bugatti, they are targeted to an elite section only. BBC World News or Discovery Channel, who sees Discovery Channel on a day-to-day basis? A very small group of audience is really interested to take that knowledge, right? Travel lovers or food channels, they are targeted to a small group of audience. All that audience has a specific interest, right? Irrespective of their age, gender or geography or anything. So what are you doing? Customer selection is important, right? They can relate how one bank in California targets wealthy individuals and discourages others by policies such as closing an account after 2 checks have bounced. You simply discourage certain audience to join in, so automatically you are limiting yourself to a small group of audience. Davido and Uttal's 3-step approach to focus includes segmenting the market to design core services, classifying customers according to the value they place on service, and setting expectations slightly below the perceived performance. Few examples of services includes Tesla, which is a high-end luxury market, right? Designed as for electric cars, so there are only electric cars, luxury cars, high-end market, designed or targeted to a specific group of audience only. LinkedIn, specializing in business and employment aspects. It is a social networking site, but focus is a very clear for business and employment aspects only. ICA's furniture is low cost leadership strategy, but targeting whom? To those people who are interested in DIY furnitures, do it yourself. So emphasis on modular furniture ready for assembly makes it a focused low cost player in the furniture market, right? I'll give you one more example. Spider-Man, 1 or 2, I forgot, the very beginning movie of Spider-Man was launched in Bhojpuri language also. Now people speaking in Bhojpuri is a very small community. The dialect is used in a very small region, but still Spider-Man was launched in that language also, just for that small audience. That is an example of niche market, or Colgate Sensodyne only for people having tooth sensitivity. It is an example of niche market, right? So I hope the three strategies are clear: low cost, differentiation and focus. So we are done with competitive service strategies. In the next lecture, we shall be talking about attributes, qualifiers, winners and service losers. Thank you so much.